All right, my name is Claus. I'm a physical therapist and a personal trainer. The workout today for the Sent guys here will be focusing on mobility, stability, and all put into the concept of movement. It'll be probably different from what you're used to, but hopefully also a little bit fun. So take it with a smile. All right, so let's start out here. Find a good posture. If you want to feel the ground here, push yourself into the ground, slightly bend knees, activate your glute, chest up, shoulders back, and then put your chin in. You want to focus on a bottle of water on the top of your head here. So you've got a stability in the whole body while you do this. And then first thing we're going to do is go through our wrists. So we're going to focus on making the biggest movement in our wrists and make sure to not use any other joint than the wrist here. Try to think about it. You're moving your hands here through a thick mass. So you're putting some resistance on it here. Going to be a lot on our hands today, so I have to make sure we know all the outer limits. All right, other way around. For each circle you do, you're going to try to get a little bit further out, a little bit bigger circle. All right, now we go shoulders here. So same thing here. Think about moving your arms through a thick mass. Each circle you do should be a little bit bigger than the last one. All the way up and round. See if you can make each circle a little bit bigger. Other way around. Open up. Breathe out while you come back. Breathe in, coming up. Breathe out, coming down. All right, so I'll do some rotations here. So arms out. I'm going to rotate. I'm going to feel again like pushing a mass away from me here. Then rotate to the other side. Still think about the bottle on top of your head. Your posture is all right all the time. Rotate as much as you can and push something away here. Last one here. All right. All right, bring your legs out here. So wide stance. Now we're going to do what's called a full body circle here. So fingertips pointing down. And then I'm going to make the biggest circle around here. So fingertips are making the circle. Breathe in, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Each circle a little bit bigger than the last one. Other way around. Open up. Exhale, coming down. Last one here. There we go. All right, bring your feet in again, shoulder wide apart. Now we do the hips here. The biggest circle you can do. You're allowed to use your upper body as a counterbalance. So hip go one direction, upper body goes the other way. And again, you want to breathe in, coming out, exhale, coming back. Each circle a little bit bigger than the last one. Opposite direction. Two more. Last one. All right, knee joints. Bring your feet together, hands on the knees. Again, think about the bottle of water on your head. And then make the biggest circle in your knee joint. If you can come a little bit further down to the side for each rep you do. Change direction. All right, guys. I'll warm up all the joints, getting ready for the mobility stuff coming up in a second here. So, one more thing here. We're on one leg, a little bit of stability here. I'm going to make the biggest circle in my hip joint here, but I'm focusing on my knee. So the knee is drawing a circle, but it's actually my hip we're working on. Other way around. Each rep a little bit bigger than the last one. So stability for the one leg and mobility for the other leg here. Change legs here, so find your stability. Each rep a little bit bigger than the last one. So draw a circle with your knee. And change direction. Again, think about the bottle of water on your head here. Stability, your posture at all time. Last one. All right, guys. All right. Now we get into the first mobility thing here. I want to bring in a little bit of crop here if you need it. I have a pair of shoes here. So I put them down here just for a second. I want to show you what you want to do, and then I want to show you how you can use the crop here. So first thing we're going to do now is sit down in our squat. I got a bottle of the water on my head again, and then I'm going to sit down as low as I can in a squat. If you're not able to sit down like this, you can come up a little bit further. You can go in a wider stance, but I want you to have your heel in the ground at all times. So if that's not possible, bring in your shoes, roll up a towel or something. You can put your heels on here and see if that will work for you. Okay? So if you need it, bring it in here, a shoe, whatever you can find at home. So you sit down here. The first thing is just try to relax in this Asian squat, what we call it here, and think about the ball on the top of your head. Now you're going to bring in your knees to your elbows here, and you're going to push your knees out. Push your knees up. Okay? again, think about the stability. Straight posture here, a strong upper body, and we work mobility for the lower body here. So each rep you do, try to push your knees a little bit further out. And we're going to hold it a little bit out here. Stay strong. And what's important now is when we come up, think about coming up with dignity. So proud posture coming up, stand up. All right, shake off the legs. If you want to use the crop, you do it. Otherwise, you don't. Okay, next one. Going to go into a squat again. Same thing. Bottle on the top of the head. Come down in the squat. Then from here, I'm going to lean to one side. And then I'm going to push one knee out at a time. I'm pushing one knee out. See how far I can come out. See if I can straighten the arm. Couple of more reps. All right, other side. Come into the posture again here. To the other side. Think about the bottle on your head again here. All right, you can balance it a little bit, but it's not allowed to fall down. All right, last one. Hold it out there for a second. All right, I'm in again. Up with dignity. Shake off the legs a bit. Got two more of those squats here. So again, come down in your squat. The next one here, I'm going to grab my shin bone here. And then from here, I'm going to reach as high as I can. And to the other side, grab shin all the way up. Grab the shin all the way up. Side to side. See if you can reach a little bit further for each rep you do. Couple of more. All right, again, come back in, up with dignity. One more time. Shake off the legs a bit here. Got one more of those squats here before we get a little more movement into it. Yeah, coming down. Sitting in the squat. Now I'm going to use my two hands and my thumbs here to have something to reach at here. So I'm going to put them down to the floor like this. And now I'm going to try to get my forehead to my thumb. Thumb up again. If that was easy, I'm just going to take away one thumb. And then I go down again. As far down as I can come. All the way up and straight in the back. All the way down. All the way up. So find something you can reach that you could just hit. If it's too easy, then again, take away a thumb. All the way down. Come into the good position again. A couple of more. All right, guys. Stay strong in it here. Back into your standing position. Bottle of water on your head. Come up with dignity. All right. Shake off the legs. Okay, we're going to get into some dynamic stretches now. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do a knee hug. So what I'm going to do is stand on one leg. I'm going to grab my knee. I'm going to pull my knee all the way up to just close to my shoulder as I can do. Also, I'm going to try to bring a little bit of balance into work here. So I'm going to try to come up on my toes on my standing leg. Okay, for each rep you do, use your arms here to pull yourself a little bit higher. Open the hip up a little bit more. All the way up here. Couple of more. Last one. All right, next one here. I'm going to do it from the side here. I'm going to grab my foot, one foot, and then the other arm is going to reach back. I'm going to imagine making a bow from my hand to the opposite knee, so pushing the hip forward. Come down, change. So grab my foot, opposite hand, reaching up and back, hip forward. All the way up, Max. So think about really using your glutes to push your hip forward, knee back, arm back. One more each side. Last one. There we go. All right. This one again. Do it from the side. Do this called the kick to airplane. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kick up and I'm going to catch myself in the airplane. And I'm going to change. Kick up. Boom. Make sure you stand in the airplane. Stay in the airplane until you decide to go out. Don't just stand there until you fall down. You decide when you can feel you can stand here forever, then change. Kick up. Boom. Airplane. Kick up. Airplane. One more. Each leg. Boom. Airplane. Kick a little bit further up if you want to challenge yourself. All right. Last one of those dynamic stretches. I'm going to step out into a lunge position. I'm going to bring myself down. The knee as close to the ground as possible. Got my bottle of glass of water on my head, and then from here I'm going to rotate as far as I can from side to side. So lower body stability here. Actually think about the glass of water on your knee now, and try to rotate as much as possible without dropping the water. One more each side. All right, bring it in. Other leg. So step out into your lunge. All the way down, knee as close to the ground as possible. Hold the water on your knee and rotate as far out as you can get. Each rep a little bit further for the rotation without losing stability for the lower body. All right, one more each side. All right, guys. All right, shake it off. We're almost there. We're just going to do a little bit more now. We're going to put our squat session. So again, if you want to use the crop, bring it in, your towel or your shoes for your heels. And now we're going to put in some mobility and stability together here. And let's do a couple more minutes and then we get into some little water break. So from here, I'm in the squat. I'm going to take my right hand, put it at some point on the floor. And then I'm going to push myself up my hip as high as I can. And then I'm going to lift up my right leg. And then I'm going to stabilize myself. I'm all the way up on the toes and my hip is as high as possible. So right hand, left foot. And then I'm going to bring myself back into the squat or out posture. Left hand, at some point, you decide which point. Push your hip as high as you can. Lift up, left leg. Stabilize yourself. Going to stay here for 2, 1. Back into the squat. So the mobility work here now, and now into again the stability. Now, pick a new spot here. Front of you, right hand in the floor, and then right foot goes off. Find the stability. Make sure you stay up there until you have it, and then now come back into the squat. One more. So left hand at some spot here. Push the hip up. Find the stability. Hold it for 2, 1. Bring it back into the squat here. All right, come up. Strong posture here. We've got one more before the water break. So 1 more minute. Same thing now. What it did now was the opposite. That was where we had the right hand and the left foot we were standing on. Now we're going to do it on the same side. Meaning I'm going to put my right hand out at some spot. Find the stability here. And now I'm going to lift up the left leg. And stabilize myself here. 2, 1. Bring it back into the squat. Strong position here again. Water ball on top of the head whenever you come in here. So the back is straight. Find the spot. Left hand in the ground. Find the stability. Right foot off. Stabilize yourself. Find the balance. Back into the squat. Okay, new spot. Right hand in the floor. Left foot off. Find the balance for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Last one here. Again, new spot. All the way up. Find the balance here. Right foot off. The same side stability here. Back into the squat. Come up with dignity. All right, guys. Good job. I'll need a sip of water, so you guys probably do too. So let's get a sip. Got 15 more minutes. We're halfway through now. Now it's going to get more and more fun here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put this a little more into the stability work. So the mobility goes a little bit out now, meaning I'm going to start in the squat. But when I put you in the position now, then we're not going back to the squat again. We're going straight into the other arm. So first thing we're going to do, again, I'm going to guide you. Got your right hand at some spot. And then all the way up, lift up right leg. So we're on the opposite side again. Going to hold it up here. And now I say go. Then you put your left hand down. And you're going to find a new spot for your right foot. Boom. Find the balance. Okay, so hold it up there for 2, 1. Then right hand at new spot. Left foot, new spot. Balance. Hold it up there for 3, 2, 1. Left hand, new spot. Right foot, new spot. Hold it up there. Balance as high as you can. For 2, 1. Right hand, new spot. Left foot, new spot. Last one here. 3, 2, 1. Now back into your squat. Stand up tall. All right. So breathe in here. Let's get a little relaxation here. The next one we're going to do is the same thing. Now we're going to do the ipsilateral, the same side, but without coming back into the squat. So down in the squat. Strong position here, mobility. Going to put your right hand out. Lift yourself up as high as you can. Lift left leg off the floor. Let's stay here for 2, 1. Left hand down. Left foot, new position. Find your balance again. Stabilize yourself. 2, 1. Right hand, new position. Right foot, new position. Stabilize yourself. 2 more. So, left hand down, left foot, new position. Stabilize yourself. Hip as high as you can. 2, 1. And last one. Right hand, right foot, new position. Find the balance. For 3, 2, 1. Into the squat. Stand up with dignity. All right, guys. Now we're going to put this all, the stability, the movement, or the mobility, and put it into some movement. And first thing we're going to do is, at home, wherever you have a meter, 2 meter, whatever you have in your living room, we're going to use that. So, I'm going to start straight legs, straight arms. I'm going to grab the floor. So equal weight, I'm out of weight on my feet, on my hands. And then from here, I'm going to lift up the diagonal, meaning right hand up, left foot up, and walk forward. Walk forward. I'm going to lift up, walk forward. Lift up, stabilize, walk forward. Lift up, walk forward. Lift up, forward. Now we're going backwards. So if you hit the wall now at home, you just go in the opposite direction. Lift up, lift up. So whenever I lift up, I stabilize myself and then move. Stabilize, move. And then we're going to put this into the mobility. One more trip here. Lift up, forward. Lift up, forward. Good job, guys. Try to keep your legs and arms as straight as possible. Push the floor away. And coming back again. All right, guys. Stay strong. Push the floor away. A little more shoulder focus when we're going backwards. All right, come into the squat. Stand up strong. Shake off the arms here. Got to put a little more, less pressure on the hands now. What we're going to do now is called a dog walk. I'm going to walk in my squat. So I'm going to squat down as strong as I can here. And then from here, still thinking about the bottle of water on the top of my head, I'm going to try to walk in this position. You might be up here, if that would work for you. Still thinking about the bottle of water. We're not going backwards in this one. So I come to the end, I'm going to turn around, and then I'm going to walk. Strong as possible, with as much control as possible, without dropping the bottle of water. Side. Last trip here. Good job, guys. Stay strong. Make sure when we come down, come to the end here. You want to find yourself in the squat. Stabilize yourself. Come up. Strong. All right, guys. If you need some water in between now, make sure you get some. Don't have a lot of time, so I'm not going to spend too much time with water breaks, but make sure you get some if you need it. Next one, we call it stability crawl. Again, we have this water bottle. The focus with the water bottle is in again. Now it's going to be on the back, on my lower back. So I'm in this position. I'm going to lift up the knees, and I'm going to try to get my back as straight as possible. And then I'm going to think about that water bottle not dropping down. So I'm going to lift up, stabilize, and come forward. Lift up, come forward. Again, if you only have a meter at home, then just change direction when you hit the wall. Otherwise, you just keep going 1, 2 meters until we change direction. Lift up, stabilize, come forward. Lift up, forward. Lift up, forward, and then backwards. Okay, so stabilize yourself. Think about the two, your hands and the foot that's in the ground. Don't think about the ones that you're lifting off. They can't help you. So stabilize yourself through the diagonal. The 2 points that's actually contact with the floor. Small steps. Almost there. All right, a couple more here. All right, get back into the squat. Stand up with dignity. Get a sip of water if you need. Sip of water if you need. Be quick in that. Remember to breathe while we do this stuff. So the next one we're going to do, we call this the rabbit. So this one is good handstand practice too. Is that what you want? Otherwise it's just great mobility and movement here. So I'm going to come down in our squat. Again, stay strong in it. From here, I'm going to put all my weight on my hands like this. And then I'm going to jump forward into my squat again. Weight on my hands, jump forward into the squat. Jump forward into the squat. Now I hit the wall. I'm going to put the hands down, jump backwards, into the squat. Jump backwards, into the squat. I'm gonna put weight on the hands, little jump, coming back. Weight on the hands, coming back. We're gonna do one more forward on this one here. So straight into it here. Jump forward, into the squat. Jump forward, into the squat. So every time I hit the squat, I come into the strong position. And the last one, there we go, stand up tall. All right, we got 2 more movements, 2 more of these drills coming in until we get a little bit of strength work, if you wouldn't call it already strength here. So the next one we're going to do is called the crab, because we're going sideways. So like a crab, we're going sideways. So actually it's kind of the same as the rapid. The focus is the same, but I'm going to do it with sideways now, meaning I'm going to sit like this. And then I'm going to put my 2 hands in front here. And then I'm going to jump up and land in the squat again. Put the hands to the side, jump up. And I'm going to try to think that I'm actually doing this on thin ice. Meaning I'm going to try to lower my legs as soft as possible. It's not easy, but just try to think that you want to lower your legs as soft to the ground as possible. One more time, back and forth. Forward, jump up. Land back into the squat. Jump up. Into the squat. Got one more here. Coming back. Into the squat. And last one. Good job, guys. All right, stand up tall. Breathe, get a sip of water if you need. The last one coming up before a little bit of strength work. Good work. Great way to spend your Sunday here. So, this one is called a walkout. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start, again, as we started out the first exercise, is straight legs, straight arms. Now the arms is going to start, or the hands is going to start. Walk as far out as possible. How far can I get out without losing the core stability? From here, I'm going to walk my feet in with straight legs, as close to my hand as possible. And then from here, I'm going backwards again. As far back as I can go. And now the hands are coming in. I'm not going to get any relaxation here. We're going straight into the next rep. So arms forward. As far out as possible. Stay strong. Small steps coming in. Some mobility work here. How close can I get to my hands with straight legs? And come back again. Alright. Push yourself back. Let's do one more, guys. One more. Try to stay in it here. One more rep. As far out as you can get. As close to the ground as possible. Small steps. Get the feet as close to your hands as possible. And come back. Challenge yourself. Slide out. And small steps. Let's finish it off in the squat. And come up strong here. Good job, guys. Alright. So now we should be warm. This could be a great warm-up for any exercise we'll do. For now, or in my own workout, this is actually the workout, which is probably most beneficial to you, a lot more than doing squats or whatever stuff people are doing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little bit, you've probably been doing lunges and all this kind of stuff. Now we're going to put in some exercises that strength work, but probably a little different from what you used to do. The first exercise we're going to do is called a shrimp squat. So I'm going to start with my knee to the ground. If you need something for your padding for your knee, then put something under here, under your knee here, because we're going to start on the knee and we're going to finish off on the knee. What I'm going to try to do from here is I'm going to try to lift up the foot like this. And now I'm going to try to stand up without using my foot. So, like this. And again, I want to try to come down and land as soft as possible. So lift up. I might need to help coming up. That's okay. But see if when you come down, if you can actually put the knee down before the foot come down. So try to lift up. If you need to help, that's okay. But see if you can do it without. And again, you might have a floor at home that will hurt your knee. The harder the floor is, the more correct you'll probably do this, because you don't want to hurt the knee. So the harder the floor, the slower you will probably coming down here. So last one. Come up, find the balance, and come down again. Soft as possible. All right, on the leg. So just change here. Lift up the foot. Put all the way to the front leg. Stand up tall. Think about the bottle of water again. Just have your thoughts on it, so keep stabilizing our upper body. Stand up. Come down as slowly as possible. Those last couple of centimeters is the worst here. That's where you could hurt your knee. Couple more. 2 more. Good job, guys. Almost there. All right. The last one here. Come up. And as slowly as possible. Bring yourself down. All right, guys. Shake off the legs a bit here. Now the upper body. We're going to do some push-ups. But the way we're going to do the push-ups is we're going to alternate our hand position for every rep. Meaning, you're allowed to do one normal push-up. Like this. Again, if you want to scale it down, you put your knees down like this. That was 1 rep. When you've done that, you have to change either the position of the both hands or the rotation of the hands. Okay, so I have 1 rep, normal. There we go, there we go. 1 more rep. There we go, there we go. Okay, I can do it on the knees. So both hands have to change, either position or just rotation. Stay strong here, a couple more. Try to challenge yourself. Next you try to cross. See what happens if you cross the hands. Make it difficult, but always change it up to a little bit easier each time. We got 15 more seconds. Coming down. Last 7 seconds. Good job, guys. 3, 2, 1. And come up strong. All right, guys. Good job. So now I'm also tired here, so it's good. We only got a couple of minutes left. What we're going to finish off with here is just a little cool down. And the way I do the cool down is I'm going to do a little shake off. We got to have some tensions coming up. We're just going to shake off the tension that must be in the body. So what we're going to do is going to plant ourselves just as we started, the good posture. And then from here, I'm just going to, I'm not jumping on the floor. I'm just, imagine you're jumping, you're just not lifting your feet. And then close your eyes. Just let all the muscles relax here. And see if you can really relax, especially up in your neck, shoulders, upper part. And then from here, I'm just going to lean forward now, reaching for my toes. And now I'm going to shake off the legs down here. Just shaking off our hamstrings. And just relax here. Come up again to the middle first. And from here, I'm going to lean back. Feel your glutes shake off a little bit here. Maybe again, front, your chest. And in the middle, shake off. Almost there, guys. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold up. All right, guys, that was 30 minutes. Wish we had more. Thank you for today. Enjoyed it. Thank you, guys.